Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AFK Journey. Now, in today's video, I'm going to give you guys a team comp that you can use if you are using Elsa. Now, I still feel like Elsa, she is a character that you should skip, especially if you're a free-to-play player. But if you summon for her because you like the character or you enjoy her, then in this video, I'm basically going to give you guys a team. Now, this is not the best team comp, but I'm going to give you guys a team to help you form an idea as of to how you should use this character. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. If you guys are new here on the channel, I have a Discord server. So if you guys are interested in joining, I'll post a server link in the comment section down below so that you guys can join up. But anyways, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and hop right into the video. All right, so I still have my Elsa at Epic because I'm not getting any more copies on her, because I do feel like as a free-to-play player, she is a unit that just simply doesn't work with just one copy. You probably need her at her you probably need her exclusive equipment in order for it to work. But I just feel like she requires too much investment, and she doesn't really work that properly with no copies. So anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the team that you guys should use with her if you have her. So one thing that I missed out on my last video talking about Elsa is this skill right here, the rolling boulder. So this skill is actually really important because this skill is going to help her basically be a sub DPS unit. So what's really important about this skill? Now, when we read it, it says Elsa senses the vibrations of ley lines to locate all enemies recently affected by control effects, then forms and drops rocks on them, each dealing 250% plus 25% damage. So what's really important about this skill is, in order for her to activate rolling boulder, you need to use characters or allies who can inflict control effects on the enemy. For example, you can use units like Aaron. If we come over and look at Aaron, his ultimate, he can literally immobilize enemies, and that is a control effect. So you want to use characters who can basically deal control effects to the enemy. We also have Carolina. She can also freeze enemies. She's definitely going to help Elsa activate rolling boulders. And Cixia is also going to do the same thing as well, because Cixia, for her ultimate, she can entangle enemies, and that does count as a control effect because the enemy can't even move. They're basically paralyzed. So these are like the top 3 units that you definitely want to use with Elsa if you want to make her as a sub DPS unit. So we're gonna go ahead and head on over to AFK stages. Now, okay, let's collect that. But this is the team that I'm currently using. It is similar to the free-to-play team comp. The only difference is I took out Rowan and I also took out Coco. So Carolina is going to be in the back because Carolina, she is like, a range unit who's going to mostly focus on CCing enemies because of her ultimate. And then we have Smokey. Smokey's going to be in the center to basically provide that additional attack buff and healing everyone who's within his radius, his special move. And then we have Brutus. Now Brutus, his taunt also counts as a control effect because he is affecting the enemy and making them attack him. So Brutus can also help Elsa activate rolling boulders, which is honestly pretty good. And then we also have Cixia. Like I said, Cixia is going to be your main DPS unit, and she is going to help Elsa activate rolling boulders because of her ultimate. So you basically have 3 characters who are inflicting crowd control effects on the enemy, which is going to help Elsa always activate rolling boulders. So we're going to go ahead and enter battle, and the spell that you want to use is the Iron Wall spell, because this is going to give Brutus or Cixia a barrier to help them survive. So we're going to go ahead and enter battle, and let's see what happens. So as you guys can see, Brutus is going to taunt. We're going to wait for him to taunt. Okay, he died. Sometimes he doesn't taunt for some reason, but he died. But that doesn't matter as long as, he was able to, taunt the enemy. That's all that matters. And as you guys can see, we were able to win that fight. So let's go ahead and check out the damage. As you guys can see, Elsa dealing pretty good damage. So that's really what I'm saying. Elsa, she is mostly a sub DPS unit. As you guys can see, Cixia is dealing the most damage, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is perfectly fine. Not every single character is going to be a main DPS unit, because Elsa, her main priority, her main objective is to pretty much crowd control the enemy, create those walls so that you can keep your allies in the back row alive, and she's also going to stun enemies and also inflict that rolling boulder effect, which is going to be really good overall. So we're going to go ahead and continue even more, and let's see the performance of this fight. Hopefully Brutus can actually proc his taunt this time. Okay, he procced his taunt, and that actually counted as, you know, a control effect. Carolina died, which is unfortunate, but we still won this fight. As long as we're able to win the fight, perfectly fine. Okay, here we go. So let's go and check out the stats real quick. As you guys can see, Cecilia, 11,000 damage. Let's continue. All right, so Carolina, hopefully she doesn't die here. Okay, she was able to stay alive. We got the taunt. Really nice. Let's okay, Carolina, activate ultimate. We got it. So this team comp is actually pretty nice. It's not the best team, not the best team comp, but it works. It works. It can definitely help you. As you guys can see, Cecilia is dealing amazing damage. And you can also use Entendre. If I replace Brutus, use Entendre. You can also use Entendre as your tank unit because she can, you know, taunt enemies. But I feel like Brutus is a better option because he has that AoE taunt, which is honestly pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and try to use Brutus again. And then for the next fight, we're going to use Entendre. Let's go ahead and enter battle. Okay. So we got the taunt, which is nice. All we need is Carolina ultimate to activate. There it is. So rolling boulders is about to activate. Deal some decent damage to the enemy. There it is. Now the damage isn't that crazy. I'm going to be honest. The damage isn't that crazy, but as long as, you know, you're dealing a little bit more damage, it's fine. So let's go and check damage real quick. Stats. All right, not bad. Looking pretty good. All right, this time we're going to switch out Brutus and we're going to use Entendre. All right, let's put Entendre right here. Let's go ahead and enter battle. All right. So as you guys can see, like the team survivability is not, you know, that effective. It's not that good compared to Brutus because Brutus has that AoE taunt. So I think we can actually still clear this because of Cecilia, which is honestly pretty good. Look at that. That is crazy. So yeah, the team survivability isn't that good when you put in Entendre. That's like the main reason why I put in Brutus, because Brutus, he can play as like, you know, a stall tank that can distract the enemy. Now Thorin, I feel like Thorin would also be a pretty good option because he has that revive. So we're gonna go ahead and test out Thorin to see how well he can perform here. So he dies, activates the revive. So Thorin is also a pretty good option as well. But I feel like if you want to activate Alsa's rolling boulders a lot more often, Brutus is definitely a better option. So the entire team was actually able to stay alive, which is honestly pretty good. Yeah, Thorin, pretty decent with this team as well. Let's go ahead and check out the stats as well. Pretty good damage, not bad. And let's go ahead and put Brutus back into the team. And this is going to be our last attempt. The enemy team has a Cecilia, which is interesting. But yeah, I feel like this team comp is actually pretty good. This is a really, really nice, decent team comp for sure. And we win this. Yeah, we won this. Yeah, so definitely recommend you guys, if you are using Elsa, if you like the character and if you got a lot of copies on her, you should definitely try this team out. I feel like this team is really, really fun when it comes to, you know, dealing damage and also focusing on stunning enemies. I feel like Elsa overall, when it comes to stunning enemies and keeping your ranged units alive, she's really good at that. Really, really good at that. But when it comes to damage, that's just not her, you know, main focus. Her damage is just not really amazing, which isn't bad. It's totally fine. It's totally fine if she's not a main DPS unit. That's why I said that she is a sub DPS unit who focuses on crowd control effects and also stunning enemies and dealing some, you know, side like little damage. And you have Cecilia, who's going to be your main damage dealer. So that was basically a team comp I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully it was able to help you guys out, and I'll be ending the video at that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.